Hello. This is a test.
This is Senor Llewellyn. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Reggie. Who's listening? I don't know if this will be played over at Reggie's house or not, but I guess I'll probably be talking to the both of you in this tape for obvious reasons. Well, it sure was good to hear your tape that you two sent a couple weeks ago. I should say a fortnight. I guess I'm not completely bloked out yet. I can say English. I don't like these blokes, like I don't like people over here. Anyway, what I've done is I've listened to the tape a couple, 3 times, and I've made a note, Reg, of all the stuff that you people went through, what you talked about. You made a big crack about my tape being unorganized. Well, Reg, I'll show you how unorganized yours is, because everything I've got here is in the order of what came up on your tape. And I hope it's not your dinner. Oh, anyway. A little satire there. I guess I better get started real fast on these notes, or I won't have anything to say myself, because this tape doesn't look like it's very long. First of all, Reg, Big L is London, man. This is the big happy hunting ground, which the missionaries in CBM don't ever get to see, supposedly, unless they're bad guys and just start day tripping. But London is, of course, out of our mission, so we never get to go there. I got to go through London on the way to Birmingham, though, on the way over. So I probably won't be able to see it for another 2 years unless I have some special something special to do down there. I doubt I'll be day tripping down there, which is illegal. But Mandy was right. Big L is London. And that's where all the action is. That's what's supposed to be rumored there. There certainly is a lot of action there, but all of it is of the red light variety, of which I can tell by your tape are not very much interested in. That's about all for Big London. It's good to hear that, Reggie, you might be coming over here. Be good to see you for a while. I don't know how much time I can spend with you. I know not very much. A friend of my dad's came over, and I could only spend a night with him, and it was kind of tight bananas arranging that. But anyway, I hope to be able to see you anyway, especially if it's on a Monday, because that's usually my day off. Regarding Sister Bowman, this is the girl from Switzerland. Now I'm saying Sweden. She works in, I believe, Leicester, which is about 50 miles from here. So obviously I don't have very much access to talking to her. In fact, I've only met her once. She is quite good looking. And I'm sure she'd like to tell you about Switzerland. And I'm sure she'd like to tell anybody about Switzerland. Except she's going home next month. So there's not much I can tell you. I could give her, get her address for you. Pretty good, huh? So I learned when I come to my mission how to speak. Haven't learned the language yet. Anyway, I could get you her address if you wanted it, but it probably wouldn't be necessary. I did see her last Sunday at State Conference, which was really cool because Spencer W. Kimball, who Marilyn will know is one of the general authorities of the church, of the Quorum of the 12, was over here speaking, and the group, the missionaries, got to sing in State Conference. We sang the Lord's Prayer, just one number. I hope he liked us, because if he doesn't like us, we get disbanded, which would be a terrible blow to the whole mission, I think, because our programs are really working out great. We're getting a lot of investigators for the other missionaries, even though it doesn't seem like we ever have any for us. Then you went on to talk about the ASU Mall, the miniskirts. Well, Reg, I agree. I remember Alan Wong and I and Jim Medlin and a few guys used to bomb up into the engineering floor, the 3rd floor of the library, where those big windows are that overlook the mall, and just sit there and pretend like we were looking at our slide reels, but it was things that weren't quite so straight. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I never looked. I always had my back to the window, of course. But Alan used to tell me all about it. But I agree, the mall is really sickening. But if you think miniskirts are gross at ASU, you haven't seen anything. Just wait till you bomb over here. It's freezing outside. If it was raining, it'd be snowing. but girls are still wearing these ridiculous mini skirts. We just call them belts. That's all they are. They're ridiculous. Everybody wears them. I've seen ladies 50 years old wearing them over here. It's sickening. It really is. It's true that if you see one with the good-looking legs, it's great. Although you try not to look too hard. But they're so few and far between. You never get the opportunity to see them. So it's not worth it. I'd rather, according to the guy by the name of, I believe, was it Alma? He said, "My soul delighteth in the chastity of women." Well, I see what he meant. He must have had a bunch of miniskirts around there anyway. Maybe Mary can tell you about him. Let's see. Next is engineering class. Oh, yes, you're taking the big man and machine class. I don't want you to get the impression that's an engineering class, Reg, even though it's in engineering curriculum. Doesn't even allow us boys to take it. It doesn't even count. It's probably a good course, though. I was interested in taking it, even though it wouldn't count on my curriculum. But I understand it isn't much as really engineering. It's just a general course. Too bad Bill broke his arm. Looks like he'll be out for a season. I hope it doesn't affect him permanently. I was in the store yesterday in Birmingham, and I found out where I can find some Adidas basketball shoes. I've seen the name around here, and there's big sports equipment over here, from what I can gather. If I ever have the opportunity, I will look up and see how much they are and what kind they have, etc., and get some details on it. But I don't plan on having the opportunity very soon, because we don't get into Birmingham very often anymore. We're so busy on our Mondays. No, Marilyn. Are you AWS secretary? You got to be kidding me. When do you sleep? It's a good thing you're so busy so you can't ever go out on dates, huh? Well. Well, yeah. I can't believe it. Let's see. It's honor board, secretary, eminent gleaners, Sunday school. What other million things are you doing? Can't believe it. I got a letter from you today. In fact, on the back of the letter is where I made all these notes. Maybe I can talk about that later. It's good that you typed Reggie's research paper, at least helped him, so he could get a C. Now, Reg, you can do better than that. I want to see bigger and better things out of you, Reg. How you doing anyway? What subject are you taking at ASU? Manny's already told me all about her classes. Say goodnight, Duck. Oh, no, it's not over yet. Oh, Arrow Shirt. The Arrow Shirt was great. In fact, I'm not going to open it until my birthday, which is June 18th. That's when I'm 1 year old. I'm going to celebrate by opening it up and wearing it. A cleanly pressed, official, real Yank shirt. Great. Reg, you asked a little bit about the weather over here between the last week of August and the first week of September. Well, actually, the weather from the first week of September until the last week of August is just the same as the weather from the last week of August to the first week of September. In other words, 52 weeks a year, it's rotten. The sun has shone so few times. When I came over here, it rained the first 11 days I was here. Boy, it's ridiculous. And I'm sure at that time of the year when you come over, it will be raining almost every day. But when the rain quits, the sun does shine. And then it gets very, very humid, even though the temperature isn't very high. So it's very easy to get tired. I doubt seriously whether you're going to wear your Bermudas, even your long ones. It will be cold. I had to wear a coat when I came over here last August. It was freezing. Of course, we had one of the worst summers that England has had in the last 30 years. This winter hasn't been too great either. January was the best winter that Midlands has had. And maybe, well, they don't remember it, actually, when it was so good. But February was terrible. It's supposed to rank with the winter of 63 and the winter of 47. It's been pretty crummy. You hear the door opening, and here's my illustrious roommate. I mean my mate, my companion, who is a nut. Because he is standing here with his football trowel on, and he has been out in the cold, running around the block. So you know what kind of nuts I'm with.
Don't knock it.
And so, you see, actually, he's fat, and he wants to get it off. And so I go around with him, too, except I'm skinny, and I don't want to get it off. But anyway, He's a cool guy. He's from Byron, Wyoming, which is right next to Lovell. And I'm sure you know where all those are. But you can see we're good buddies, so we can joke about everything. And so let's see now. We haven't got too much of a dialogue worked up, Reg. He just got finished washing his hair. It's freezing cold outside, though, and not really that bad, but it's got the March winds, and they're supposed to blow all March. And since this is the first day we've worked since March began, this being the 4th of March, we've hadn't had too much fun today. The reason I say we haven't worked the other 3 days is because we were singing the first 2, and it was our day off yesterday. When we sing, it's a lot of work, but you don't notice it. The time passes so fast. We sang in Northampton this weekend. Had a great time. Steak and potatoes are great. This is what I had for dinner tonight, and last night, and the night before, etc. On and to ad infinitum. Anyway, I still like them though. Will be great. I haven't had a baked potato since I left Dudley. That's when we moved out of our flat there. Do you have anything to say to the America?
Hello. Nichols sending me tape.
Isn't it good? Anyway, you doggone it. Anyway, Judge is not feeling well. Hope he's feeling better. He sure is a great guy. Thank him if you ever see him again lately. If
you see him again lately.
If you ever see him again lately, for giving me my physical free. Sure was nice of him. I didn't expect it. It's good to hear your grandparents are feeling well, Marilyn. Not you, Reg. Of course, yours too. I hope they are. Anyway, it's good to hear they're feeling well. BYU sounds great. I'm glad you're all set to go. I don't know if I am or not, but I wrote home last week and said the why.
Are you talking to your girl or to Reggie?
I'm talking to both. I hope they know that.
Is he going to the Y too?
Yeah, Reg is going to go to the Y.
Yeah.
And
are you kidding me?
yes, BYO.
That's more like it.
I hope you got that, Reg. Hope you did get that, Marilyn. Anyway, yeah, it was starting to loosen up here in Bourneville. Anyway, let's see, Candy. Ah, yes, Candy. I don't think I'll be able to see that, Reg. You remember Lady Godiva, that song? Lady Godiva, Certificate X. Well, Certificate X over here means that a movie is an X movie, which means you have to be grown up to see it, which means you have to be over 10. But anyway, but the missionaries are advised not to go to the X's, and so I doubt I'll be seeing Candy, although I don't even want to see it when I got home. But I can see some funny stuff someplace else. But I'll take your word for it, Reg. It must be funny. Perhaps you can tell me about it sometime. Let's see. I can't read my writing. Well, let's see. How's Marvin doing? That old. Anyway, she's pretty funny. Say hello to her, Reg, if you ever see her. It's amazing some of the people we knew. How's old? Let's see. What's her name? Tibbetts. What's it? No, Charlotte Tibbetts Neely. How's she doing? Is she still as stuck up as she ever was? I guess you never see her. I hope not. I'm sure glad you like my engineering on your Bud commercial, on your Bud sign. I hope it stands up. I hope that's not destined to be my lifelong ambition to design Budweiser signs, but I'm glad you liked it. I liked your pictures, Marilyn. I thought they were great, really. I showed them to everybody in the van.
Very conveniently placed, too.
Yeah. Like where they were put. My mate got a big kick out. Only one thing I can't figure out. The one under P, was that under patience? Under passion? That was on both pages. I'll have to leave that to my imagination. Well, maybe I better not. Anyway, let's see. I told them to everybody in the van when we went to sing in Chester. And by the way, Reg, that's where the action is. They got the prettiest girls in England up there. More to the mile, anyway. And which is still isn't saying much. They wouldn't give me your pictures back. Everyone wanted to take them home, but I got them back finally. This
back under war.
The strike in New York. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you've gotten a letter from me once a week. I've written once a week. I hope you've gotten them all, except for the time I wrote read. Did you get? You never mentioned that. Did you ever get that one? Yeah, that's kind of silly. Our bet was for 3 total baptisms, little girl, and you know it. I have 2, so I'm trying to get one more. This guy I was teaching in Sedgley is supposed to be baptized on the 20th of March. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. But
who's that?
Mr. Tromans. He's cool.
Who's that?
Well, Pratt told us.
Is he teaching it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, he says that's his date. He didn't say he'd be baptized.
Oh.
Anyway, can't believe you're doing so much, girl, in MN and Gleaners and AWS and everything. It's a good thing Dennis is feeling good and adjusted and taking out some decent girls. Yeah, right. Let's see. Well, Reg, I don't know what you want to do in Zurich, but I imagine it's a pretty swinging place. Sure sounds exciting. I hope to be able to get around some part of the country over on the continent when I get over there. Sounds great. Yeah, I think I'll go to the probably go to the French Riviera, and then I'll probably go to the Italian Riviera, then I'll probably go to the Spanish Riviera, and then I think I don't know, probably go to, probably to Dudley. No, which is the Black Country Riviera. Oh, you say right? That's lovely. No teeth city. Now, you should see all these old ducks that run around without their teeth. They're so funny. Anyway, Reg, the weather's terrible, so you're gonna have a great time. No, it really isn't that bad. In the summer, it'll be really great. Let's see. I couldn't believe you'd ever be mad at Johnny Carson, but it's the first time I'd ever realized he was pro-Jets, and Joe Namath.
Did you tell him I was a Colt fan?
Yes, my mate's a Colt fan, so we lamented together. Joe Namath's sideburns and, I mean, his mustache are ridiculous. I think that looks like Fu Manchu, too, which is a poem, I guess. You grow sideburns, huh? Not you, Marilyn. Reggie. Yes. Why not? Let's laugh it up, folks. Anyway, it's amazing. I didn't know all the guys back there would be doing that.
Gotta keep it free.
Yeah. The big fad. I was really shocked to hear about the Parkers of 3rd Ward. When they lived in 2nd Ward, so did I. And actually, when I was patrol leader of our Boy Scouty troop, Dennis was in our patrol, and we used to go over to his house all the time and have patrol meetings. In fact, I probably knew that little girl that got killed. It sure was terrible hearing about that, but I'm glad you told me. I always wondered. Our patrol. I didn't know old Dennis had become a hippie, but I could see him shying away. It's too bad about Jim and Linda cracking up their car. Boy, I hope. I still wish they'd let me get it, but I know they haven't got time. Say hello to them for me, please. I'm glad you like your wood. Yeah, I sent her a wedge. Happy to you, man. Ridiculous. Happy birthday, Red. I'll say that to you. This will probably get to you by the time you're 21. I'll be listening for the hoot. 12. But he's like an old lady. It's around the end of March, about the 21st or 24th, something like that. Yeah. And when's your birthday? Is it? Yeah, that reminds me. I'm going with a teenager. Did you know that?
You're who?
Yeah.
You're going with a teenager?
Yeah. Back at home.
No.
Yeah, she's a teenager.
Boy.
And I'm a cradle robber. I can't
Life.
believe it.
How old is she?
19.
When was she playing?
July summits, I don't know. What is it, the 8th? Is it? I can't even, you never told me either. You're like an old woman. I mean, I said that. Let's see. Anyway, oh yes, Cody Cox. Too bad to hear he took the gas. I guess he was overrated a little bit. Maybe he'll come back. Hope to hear it. He's doing better. Hey, how's the Wyoming boys doing? My mate went to University of Wyoming. I understand they... Huh? Hey, yeah, how's all that DePoyster, that field goal kicker? Remember him from Wyoming? Tell me where he's playing and stuff. We'd like to know. Too bad you couldn't get Alan Warren on the tape. I'd like to hear his voice. Doggone, man, Alan and I did a whole lot of mucking around together at ASU. At let's see, some Italian joint in Bojo's and had the greatest submarine sandwiches. Or at a taco place. Boy, it was so great. Look forward to seeing you guys. Charisma sure is a cool word. I'm not sure if I know how to spell it right yet. I'll have to look it up. It's really a good word. Thanks for the words. Keep coming through with them. I don't know what to do about Steve's tie either. I think I've seen some weird ties. There's this guy in the church where I go who's an actor, and he wears a big black cape that hangs all the way down to his knees. He sure is posh. And he wears some real loud, wide ties, too. I think I'll ask him where he buys his clothes. I sure would like to have that cape. That's so cool. Sounds like basketball is going great guns at home. The Phoenix Suns, they get Alphater. Boy, that'd be great. What?
What do you count that top? Is that a first?
I think it's the first discussion. Reports here. Sorry about that, Coach. Anyway, let's see. You mentioned Jan going up to BYU. I didn't know she had the smarts to go there. She told me she didn't get in because of Dave. But I'm glad she's going anyway. I hope she straightens up a little bit and gets off Cowboys. She's a cowgirl. Boy. Anyway, she got an old seal that somebody else leaves. That nipper's really why. Can't believe him, man. He's going to turn into one big hurting rig. He's over. Yep. Let's see. I'm talking about Europe, so I guess I won't mention that again. I'm gaining a little weight finally. I lost. I got pleurisy in loose. And that's when those pictures were taken. I was skinny as a rail. Quite a bit back. A lot of people say I look a lot more healthy now. I'm glad to hear it. Coughing so much, I didn't know. I hope I'm not. Like I say, Bermuda's right in over here, although, you know, you may as well do it, Reg. You'd be mistaken. It's a very, very modest girl. Thanks for the tape. It was really cool, honestly. You got little girls, Reg. Not you, Manny. Well, oh, yeah. You did pretty well, too. But it was cool. And especially, you know, the laughing is over here now on Sunday nights. We don't get the opportunity to watch it. Either. We don't watch it or we don't watch it. Either one. Anyway, but thanks for the tape. Sounds like you're really a big cooker now, Reg. I know how to cook a bunch of missionary specials, but I hope I don't have to eat on that much longer. Yeah, barf. Thanks for the snapshot you sent of Flagstaff and your hunting in Bermuda. That was amazing. I don't think I'll have the opportunity to find out firsthand about ice and bars, Reg, but I think they do at the Potts place. They're cool over here in a lot of ways. So I don't think you have to worry about it. I think this end of the tape is going to be up pretty soon. Let's see, poor old Celtics, that's too bad. I guess I'm not a Celtic fan anymore anyway. I'm a Suns fan when I get home. Looks like old Hayes is really the man of the year. Can't believe he's better than Chamberlain. But it's going to be interesting. to see how Alcindor shapes up the Chamberlain. I don't think Alcindor's anywhere equivalent. I never heard this Monroe guy until I saw his picture on the Sports Illustrated over here of my companion. Like he's a big gun. Looks like things are really changing. I probably won't recognize any of the sports when I get home. I'm really going to be happy, Marilyn, to be an RM. CBM. It won't come out on this. It's because this is not stereo and his is. We'll just go ahead. What?
No, when he plays it back, it'll come out on his.
Right. Correct.
In other words, verse proof.
No, it'll play what we're playing, what we're making.
Yeah.
But what he makes in stereo won't come out in stereo on here.
Well, can he use it normal?
Yeah.
Now, if he plays that on stereo,
yeah,
he will just hear us, right?
Yeah.
And he won't hear any of the music.
I don't know, he might. We were just conversing, Reg, how you messed up this tape. Another track going backwards when I played on my recorder. It was really kind of funny because it sounded like a big psych out on the Beatles stuff or something with Sergio Mendes in the background. It was really cool. So, but thanks for your effort anyway. Someday you're going to be a great recording star, I can tell, and a great producer of records. I can just tell by your ovations, especially your last tape, in as much as the tape that you just sent me, the music was on there great, everything was fine. Except during the whole tape, I could hear myself talking in the background, believe it or not. And so I had a hard time making out what you. I always have a hard time making out last tape. Making out what you were hearing, what I was. No, wait a minute. You trying to mess me up, Red? Now listen. I had a hard time. I'm sleepy. I'm going to bed. By the way, it's getting past my bedtime. It's 8:30. No, it's 9:45. It's going fast, isn't it? Yeah. But I could hear myself in the background all the time. So I had a hard time understanding what you people were saying, but I figured most of it out.
You listen to yourself.
Yes, I'm conceited. I want to listen to myself. See, where am I? Let's see. Yes. Yes, I'm going to look forward to being an RM.
You already said that once.
I know it. Deserves saying twice. I hope so. CBM is the church's best mission. It also stands for Convert Baptizing Mission, and it also stands for Conversion through the Book of Mormon. Also for the Central British Mission, which is overlooked many times. It's an important thing. Anyway, but it is the church's best mission. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't know why you don't go on a mission someday. Do they have 6-month missions for girls? I don't know much about it, frankly. Anyway, back to the drawing board. See, what else haven't I covered?
Hey, Mandy. I wouldn't go on a mission if I were you. You'll drive the missionaries up to the wall. Yeah, you just don't know what old Sister Bowman does for us.
That's right. Let's see, I got some more stuff written down here.
R.
Oh, yeah.
Is that an R?
Yeah. I was trying to learn how to write an R in my name. I've always put Bob for the last 5, 10, 15 years. Now I have to write Robert once in a while. I have to remember how to write an R. Anyway, I've done it. I can't read my writing. Of what? This is dandelion and burdock I'm going to drink. It's the closest thing they have to root beer. It tastes like watered down licorice. It's really beautiful. For 18 cents you get a quart.
Is that how much is in there?
Yeah, it's an English quart, I think.
Is that bigger than an American quart?
No, I'm wrong. That's no quart.
How much is it?
Doesn't say. Leave it to them. Don't say anything on here. They don't care.
If that's a quart.
Here it is, 25 fluid ounces.
No, it's not a quart.
No, that's way short. Anyway.
You still get a good deal.
For 18 cents. Not bad. Where am I? Oh, yes, Hillary. Well, I don't know anything about Hillary. I do have her address. If I ever get time, I will write her. And I'm sure she'd like to see her, Reg. I know you guys are really good buddies. Anyway.
I think you really like her.
Oh, they were great fans. I wasn't too much of a fan of her anyway, myself, but I thought, she was a good girl anyway.
Reg really talked about her.
Yes, even as much as I did.
Way to go, Reg.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Marilyn, it sounds like you're going to have a great time at the Y next year. I hope you have a good time studying and a good time going to the library to study and a good time staying home and having a great time studying. And hope you and Mutt have a great time. I hope Deseret Towers is segregated. And the ASU Mall is ridiculous, Reg. This is what you got on next. This is why I'm unorganized. I remember the days that Alan Wong and I at lunch would just go out and lay underneath the grass and look at the birds and the bees.
Lay underneath.
I mean, lay underneath the. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of dirty, but lay underneath the trees in the grass. Sorry, and look at the birds and the bees. Mostly the birds. I imagine you even get that, even though you're all that way over there.
Boy, I'll have to break that one down.
Mini skirt. Oh, never mind. I've already talked about mini skirts. Yeah.
While we're tracking, we talk about religious things, like the Book of Mormon and all kinds of stuff. And the Son of Alma. What was it? Chapter 40. No.
What's that?
Remember the one that he cussed out for chasing after the lady off to the side of the land?
No. What is it? How does it say?
Oh, one of Alma's sons is a bad little boy, He goes running after harlots, And Alma.
Charlotte who? Oh, go ahead.
Charlotte.
Oh, harlot. Oh, I see.
I guess, yeah. And anyway, Alma gives him a big shoe.
You got to read this Book of Mormon, Reg. It's really cool. It's got some great stories in it. Anyway, back to the report. Where in a honk am I? Oh, yes. I'm busy all the time. This is why I can't get letters off very often. The only reason I'm able to do this tonight, is that we came in. We got out a half an hour early and made some callbacks and gave some meetings tonight. We talked to some really cool people, but we also got a ride home with some guy we talked to, some real cool bloke who's been over his girlfriend. So he got us in early, about 8:30, which is really early for us, and that's why I got busy, and I think I'll be able to maybe polish this off tonight, I hope. I hope you're getting my weekly letters. Maybe I can talk about that later, I don't know. Say hello to Sunny, the frog. That's her pet frog, Elder. Yes. Thank you for the frog. Anyway, guess what? You say Welsh very well, Marilyn. A lot of people say Welch, W-E-L-C-H, but it's W-E-L-S-H, Welsh. And if you go to Welshland, Wales, I'm sorry, and say that, they almost kick you out. They really get hacked off. Hey, Reg, you know how you can tell it's Christmas in Poland? There's parking meters on the roof.
Where did you get that?
Somebody told it to me, like parking meters in Israel or something like that. I couldn't. Anyway.
Parking. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reg, the only place I know where the action is up in Chester. We sang at a something up there last week. No, about a fortnight ago. That means 2 weeks. And boy, they had more women up there than I've ever seen in my whole life. It's the grooviest little town. We sang in a hall that was built in 1511?
Yeah.
It was so cool. Wish you would have had my picture, a camera, so I could take a picture of it.
Oh.
Anyway, it was really cool. This temple date in 3 years. Yeah, let's see, what is this 3 years now? What is this? 1969, this is February. 70, I'll be home.
I'll give him until I get home.
My mate says I'll be married before he gets home. I came out the 18th of June. He came out the 25th of June. So, no, 3 years sounds like this. I don't know. Oh, me. Yeah.
What her were you on?
Yeah, that's your part of the bargain. Anyway, what am I talking about? Gross? Yes, Reggie, you were a little gross on your tape, but it was pretty cool anyway. Let's see, music. Oh yes, Bag to Ray Charles. It trunks me out too much. What I've got of it is enough, really, to suit me. I got everything I wanted off the Man and His Soul album. All the good stuff. You put it all on. It was great. So thanks a lot. But I'd really like to have Brubeck at Carnegie Hall with Take 5 and Blue Rondo Walla Turk and Castian drums. So we went over to a member's house, and he had Dave Brubeck's greatest hits. I burped. And
who's being gross?
And me. And it was so cool. Oh, it's so great. Even if you can't get the ones on the Carnegie Hall album, which are the best, I'd appreciate it to get any kind of them from Brubeck. Also, any Sergio Mendes, particularly off the first album. Why, he's so cool. And The Look of Love. Oh, man, I just got to get that song, Reg. I'll run up the wall. I'm sorry about Sister Bowman. I can never get her on tape because I'll never see her again. But I can't get any pictures of her either. I don't have one.
When did she go home?
April.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
The mission will never be the same.
The mission will never be the same. Anyway.
The missionary.
There's only about 250 guys that are aspiring to take her home. There's 251 in the mission field, so you know who I'm talking to. Anyway, no, seriously, Roland Martin was cool too. I've recovered from the Colts loss. I hope you have. But thanks for the insight and how the game went. It's too bad about them. I guess they're a little overconfident. It's amazing old Vince Lombardi took off for the old Redskins. I guess we'll get them whipped up in shape now. That Mystic Moods Orchestra, is that it? Boy, that was so neat. When those drums come in on Sounds of Silence, man, we play that it's almost worn out in the tape. If it was a record, we played it so much you could probably hear the other side. Let's see.
That and
The Train. Oh yes.
Ooh.
Oh, Herbie Mann is so out of sight. Oh man, if I could listen to that stuff more, I'd just fly home without an airplane. I better cool it. Anyway, where am I? I hope you don't get the feeling I'm never talking to you, Marilyn. I still like you. Say something, Reg. Oh, where am I?
What, was I supposed to?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Let's see, that's all the notes I have, so I guess I have a little bit to say something I want to say. Here's a response to your letter, February 26, 1969. Hello, Elder Llewellyn. Oh, that's great. I like your opening remarks, but they'll remain confidential at the moment. Anyway, my mate's Trunky. No, I'll explain the presents to you. Oh, okay. Thanks for the presents. They were really great. I understand them all. I only wish I could have gotten a little something for you for Valentine's Day. And you too, Marilyn. No.
Oh, man. You'll ask him for it, man.
No, seriously. I wanted to get at least Sonny a new something, maybe a girlfriend. Because he's helping keep mine. Let's see. Where am I? The tie was great. I've only worn it once. I don't have very much brown stuff to wear, but I'll wait and keep it good and wear it at home. My other brown tie bit the dust. The mission president said I couldn't wear it anyway.
You gotta see that worldly thing he's got on now.
Worldly, this is my missionary tie.
Oh, that one hanging up there.
Which, oh yeah, my mother sent me a real beautiful tie. It's black and white. It's great. I wear it on Mondays, man. It's the biggest gas. It's so cool. Anyway, yeah, I remember that Bill guy. It was after the ASU U of A football game. We were over at their house, and they kept saying you were top heavy. And I pretended like I didn't know what they were saying because I was reading the newspaper, but I knew. Remember, that was so funny. I couldn't believe it. You know those reclining chairs, you lean back and they fold over so well?
Yeah.
You know? Well, Marilyn got on it, went right back. And her sister said, oh, why doesn't it go back for me as well? And Jerry says, her husband, and Marilyn's brother-in-law says, because you're not so top heavy. It's so funny.
How old is Marilyn's sister?
I don't know. She's about 90. No, I don't care. No, she's only about, I don't know, 23, 24, something like that.
Is she married?
Yeah, I hope so. We're at her husband's house. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. It sounds cool that you were teaching kindergarten. That's really so neat. They clapped for her when she read her story to them. It was so cool. And so, oh yes, I'm glad you called my mommy. I'm glad you called my mommy Anyway, too bad she's won the Phoenix Open. I hope you've seen those slides by now. She really wants to say hello to you, Marilyn. She asked in the last couple letters if you're still writing and stuff, and to say hello to her, etc. to you. So call her again and say hello and all that shtick. Anyway, I see. Oh, it's neat about Elaine Cannon. That's pretty cool. It might be better if you do. I don't know. I've been writing once a week, like I said. I haven't missed a week yet since when I wrote read. But if I do miss a week, don't hate me. But I'll keep trying to do the good work. But I think she's right about talking about gospel and stuff. Although I do like gossip.
Come on, be honest, man.
I like it.
Every word of it.
I like it. Anyway, oh, you're going to New Mexico. Gee, I'm sure glad this is AWS. Anyway.
AWS?
The Associated Women Students.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it's really cool. You're really so busy. I don't know how you have time to do anything. But I guess it's all for good experience. You'll make a good missionary. Huh? No. CVM. I have to sing your mission song. It's cool. Not now? Okay. It says, quote, if Elder Stevens does write to me, don't worry about it, because I guess I better won't read it. Anyway,
what?
She mentioned your name. Remember you said about writing?
Yeah.
And then Ella Thomas's girl packed him in?
Yeah.
I said, well, if my mate writes, don't pack me in. And she said,
thanks.
huh?
Oh, I just told Elder Thomas's girl, I said, man.
Well, it wasn't any cut on you.
Oh.
I just mentioned what happened. And
Yeah.
she said, don't worry.
Well, boy. Don't worry, Mandy. I won't write letters to you like I wrote to his girl.
I'm really not ever sick. I just feel terrible. No, I have a slight cold in case you can't tell now, but it's just a one-day thing. I'll be over it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I get up tomorrow, and I'll have another cold tomorrow, though. And it's really a lot of fun because each day is a new installment, and it's sort of neat to see where you're going to hurt each morning when you jump up. You know, anytime from your feet to your nose. It's really kind of fun. It makes the whole day. Sometimes if you're really lucky, two things hurt. But mostly it's just one thing. Today it was my nose. Yesterday it was my foot. I got some bad feet. I used to have two corns, but I was going to say something gross. I guess I won't.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's sickening. Ooh, no. Well, no. Get my mind out of the gutter. Anyway, this is. Let's see. Oh yes. I'll be happy to teach you the discussions when I get home. As soon as I learn them. No. What?
Have you ever heard of the 8th discussion?
Yes, it's the 8th discussion.
That's the one you'll have to learn first.
Yes, that's the first discussion. That's the first discussion to learn is the 8th.
Yeah.
It's best when given in a high location.
High location?
Yes, like on a hill. Anyway.
Oh.
I saw Elder Puero last week. He's getting along pretty worldly. All right. He's pretty cool, really.
Hey, did you tell him what they did?
No, what they did. Oh, yeah. Yesterday in Northampton, they rented a band outfit, and he and 3 other guys in their district went to the chapel and set up and had a jam session. It's unreal. He's getting kind of worldly, but he sure is a good guy. A lot of people like him over here. Sister Cannon, that's cool. All the Cannons are related to everybody else Cannons. They sure are a great family. President Cannon's outstanding. You should hear the general authorities talk about them when they come over. President Cannon is rumored to be coming up one of the Quorum of the 12 someday. Of course, elder stories are run in abundance, but I think that's got a lot of basis to it. Oliver I'm glad you got to see it. It's quite a bit like tracting.
Like tracting?
Yeah, the places they were in Oliver. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Old Reed's on the JV baseball team. That nipper. I wish I would have played baseball when I was in high school. That's great. Glad JoJo was cool. I'm glad you sent me Mormon Doctrine. I haven't read it all, but I've used it a lot. I gave a 20-minute talk, which turned out to be 35 minutes talk plus a note to sit down on the Pearl of Great Price, and I read a lot from Mormon Doctrine. It was cool. Let's see. That's about all. Oh, really? I'm just about talked out. What else can I say? You got any more dandelion and burdock?
Sure do.
Let me have a sip, clam.
Gotcha, Bolivar.
Bolivar.
You remember old Red Skeleton? You know, Clem Cadiddlehopper.
Clem Cadiddlehopper.
Bolivar.
And you remember?
Nasty.
Yeah. And Gertrude and Heathcliff.
Gertrude. Who were some of those other famous characters?
Deadeye, no. Let's see. Oh, they were cool.
Is he still on?
Yeah, is Red Skeleton still on? I never get a chance to watch it. I never watched TV when I was home much.
Did you?
Oh, I did on occasions, but not very often. Not unless it was a Rowan Martin laugh-in or something like that. Yeah. Or laughing Rowan Martin in, or whatever they say. Let's see now. What is else happening? We taught a real cool lady tonight. She's pure Scottish. And she studied under, what's his name? Anyway, she's a pianist.
Yeah.
And a pure mathematician. She's 80 years old and used to teach engineering students mathematics at Birmingham University. And she's really a grand lady. And, she's fantastic. Even though she's 80 years old, she probably wouldn't have much of a chance to come to church. But she's baptizable. She realizes the signs of the times, if nothing else. She thinks England's going down the tubes because the West has stayed. That's the first nation in England that's changed the child that's ever even intimated that by going over here. I've heard people say that free enterprise is communistic. I couldn't believe it. Oh, well, it makes us so mad when you hear that. There's a minister in the church, no way. It's unreal. All I say is good enough for Sabbath, good enough for me. Anyway, I'm going to run out of room. I'm done. I hope this church ends up working all the time. I'll get more I can say to you. Are you in? Go away. I'm going to slow out the door. Go away.